What's up, guys? Ryan and Tiffany here with another amazing live stream.
Amazing. Good evening. Good Monday evening.
So Tiffany asked a pretty crazy question in the comments. What question did you ask?
Ryan didn't know what I asked. I said, what's up? What'd you eat for dinner? And somebody said protein powder and milk. Dude, I feel bad for you, but you probably look really good.
Probably.
I'm just not willing to do that. And then somebody else said steak, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. And that made me think
Hell yeah.
that's our Applebee's meal. 2 for 22,
exactly.
man. So, yeah, it's kind of funny.
So what's up, Sandy? Tim having some baked chicken, rice, and broccoli. Sounds good.
Oh, you eating healthy. I like that.
Yep. Jason, what's up? Dan, good to see you, bud. Howard.
Ooh, cooking burgers on the grill.
Nice. A
I
couple
like
people
that.
said that. So we filmed in the last 2 days, we filmed 2 more episodes of
Yes.
Guns and Tacos.
So we've had tacos like every day this
Not
week.
tacos, but
Or
Mexican food.
Mexican food.
Like 2
Yeah.
times. Which is dope. Like, I'll eat Mexican food till I'm dead. I'm pretty sure that's what Jesus is going to serve us in heaven.
I love Mexican food, but I don't know if I like it like every day in a row like that. I know you're cool with it, but I'm like, ugh, I don't really know if I want more of it right away.
It's also hard, though, when it's not like the good stuff every day, right?
True, because we did go to one of the places that we
Yesterday,
went
it
to.
was
Well, we can't
rough.
say. That's on the other episode.
It was rough.
That's on
bro.
episode 2 of Guns and Tacos.
Yeah.
So you got to tune in for that.
Okay, Gene, what's up? Jeff, wings and salad. Okay, that could be it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Kind of messes up the name of our show, though. So, I mean, yeah. Kai, what's up? Girk6006.
I know some of these names make it tough, right?
Yeah.
So we are hoping that you guys had an amazing weekend, and we got Easter weekend coming up next weekend. Are we going to be doing a live on Easter Monday?
Probably.
Yeah, because Ryan never stops. So
Yep.
we'll be here live, but I hope that you guys have an amazing
Yeah, so
week.
we are going to post the Guns and Taco episode right now every Saturday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I screwed up. This last Saturday, I was so exhausted. I'm laying in bed relaxing, and Tiffany's like, you know, the Guns and Taco video didn't post. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
So I jumped up, and I forgot to tell my guy, John, to get it to post.
Jumped up,
and
got out of bed,
Yeah.
butt naked,
literally posted that in my underwear.
ran to the computer. So anyway, what do
All
you
right.
got for questions here today, big guy?
If you guys like the show, make sure you share the live stream on social media. Help us kind of grow the channel. And if you guys have a question for us, you can submit your question to tampacarrylive.com, and we will answer your questions as much as possible. So first question comes from Alan. Says, if my concealed carry expires, do you have to take class again and pay the full amount? At the moment, you just have to update your information with the state, pay $50, and then they give you a new permit.
No, that's not true though. If
is
it's
true.
already expired.
That's not what he said. He
Oh.
said if your concealed carry expires, do you have to take the full class? So you have 90-day window before it expires and 90 days after
Yeah.
that you just have to pay a $50 fee and move on.
But
If it's past the 90 days, then you have to start the entire process over.
yeah, I was laughing because Kyle said, "Hey, nice shirt, Tiff."
Okay, so here's what happened with the shirt. So we're like getting here, it's like 5 minutes before, and we're just like kind of hanging out or whatever. And Tiffany's like, oh my God, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Now, first of all, this studio is like super hot.
Super hot because
So
of all the what's it called, sound barrier stuff or whatever. So it gets super hot in here when we're both sitting like this. So I realized.
She's not wearing a shirt under her sweatshirt.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And it's like 3 minutes too. And I had a Bunker Depot shirt in the back that I told Kyle, I said, I'm going to take this. We'll do it as a giveaway. So I said to Ryan, I'm like, does it matter? Can I throw on the Bunker Depot shirt? There's no way I could sit here hot because when we are done at the end of the live, we're like soaking wet, like gross. It's just hot in here. So yeah, anyway, that's why I'm wearing the Bunker Depot shirt, Kyle. It's kind of mine now, but it fits nice. It feels good, and it's nice and thin.
Yeah, he
So-
calls it a schmedium, which is apparently like a new size
Oh, really?
term,
Oh, it
schmedium.
fits good on me. I like
Yeah.
it.
So, Alan, back to your question. There is a Florida representative that is trying to change the policy for your concealed carry permit to require us to take a concealed carry class every 5 years
Mm-hmm.
and have to go through a mental health screening every 5 years just to be able to renew your permit. What do you think about that, Tef?
What do I think about it? Are you kidding me? And it says an 8-hour class.
8-hour course, yeah.
So, I mean, that's a huge change that is going to do absolutely nothing. It's not concealed carry permit holders that are the problem here.
Sure.
It's mentally ill people. So why don't we take all that money that you're planning to put into this stupid program that's going to do absolutely nothing and instead put it into free mental health? You know, I saw a post on the Bloomingdale, what's it called, like Bloomingdale neighborhood group or whatever on Facebook, and somebody posted and said, hey, I have a young person that needs help. They are mentally ill. Where can I go that isn't going to cost me a ton of money because every place that I called, I can't afford? And this was like a young, like 16 or 17-year-old person that needed help, and that person was saying they're very, mentally ill.
Yeah.
And that's sad. That's sad that, we don't have.
Pretty loud.
I'm being loud because I always sound.
Okay.
Okay. So that's sad that we have people that recognize somebody is mentally ill, they need help, they're reaching out, and there's no service, there's no programs, there's no free programs. That should be playing on commercials and stuff all the time.
Yeah, but see, if you remember, it was a group, I don't know for sure, that's why I'm not going to say the name right now. It was a group that fought to take mental institutions and kind of get rid of them in the 60s. Right. And listen, there are people that can get treatment in society, and there are some people that need to get locked up.
Sure.
Because there's no treatment that can help you. You're dangerous.
Well, and they're saying lots of those people just end up on the street. That's a lot of people that are homeless because they're not, oh, thanks, Kyle, for the fan for the studio.
Yeah.
Fun. Thank you. What it is it's too loud then, so we got to have everything quiet. Anyway, there's a lot of people that just need that little bit of help though. They're not necessarily psychotic, but they just need someone to talk to and stuff before they hit that breaking point.
Sure.
And that pisses me off that that's not readily available and that the state is not recognizing that as a problem more than they are the gun issue.
Yeah, so Phenom says that's her natural speaking voice. Yeah, we pretty much yell at each other.
I am a loud talker.
We are freaking loud as shit, man.
You're louder than me.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
why you're
man.
telling me to be quiet.
I don't
you're
know.
Right.
Yeah.
When my family gets together, we're all just laughing and having fun and just talking super loud. So yeah, it must be a Belgium French thing, I guess.
Belgium French thing.
I don't know.
Okay. Any questions on here? I see lots of stuff.
I had somebody that actually messaged the question before we started the live.
Okay.
And what they asked was, what do I do if my concealed carry permit picture doesn't look like me? I guess she just got her permit in the mail and she feels like her permit doesn't look like her. Her picture doesn't look like her.
You can always update it. You can go to the Department of Agriculture's website. They're going to charge you a $25 fee. But I'm sure you can update the picture. It can't be that complicated.
Yeah.
It's like update or doing a name change.
And somebody asked on the Florida concealed carry or the concealed carry for women group, they said, can I smile in my picture? And I remember specifically when I went for my photo, I was like, and the lady goes, ma'am? And she goes, you can smile. And I said, oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that you can smile, but you can legit smile. Like you don't have to do a half smile. You don't have to do a grin. You can legit. So I legit was like that, like full on horse smile.
That's a horse smile.
Yeah. You see every tooth in my mouth. I love it.
Okay, Alex says, hey, Tiffany and Ryan, looking to sell a couple of my guns in order to purchase a new updated one. What do you think is the best way to reach people in the gun community and advertise the sale? Now, one really cool thing we are working on right now. My goal is to launch it in 30 days.
What?
30 days. We are going to launch the Carry University membership site. So one of the components of the Carry University membership site is a community kind of area. So let's just say the Florida Concealed Carry Facebook group on Facebook, that's actually going to be on our own platform where we will be allowed to buy and sell and promote the sale of guns and not have to deal with the Facebook BS. So right now, the only like real platform that you have is your own network, or to go through Arms List, which is like Craigslist,
or Florida Gun Trader.
So you can do that.
But those have been, what's happened with those is they've kind of become infiltrated with scammers.
There's a lot of scammers.
So you have to be careful. You do have to watch. You do have to be careful. And especially right now, there's been a lot more notices and stuff I've seen about scammers. So you do need to be careful about that. The other big one would be gun broker, but then you're going to have to ship, and a lot of people are scared to ship. They don't want to kind of go.
It's not a big deal. I usually sell my guns on gun broker.
Yep, because you're doing it to a wider range of people, right? Yeah. So you usually get a little more, but you're going to have to ship the firearm, which is not a big deal, but some people freak out about that. Yeah. So just a thought.
Or you can just sell the gun to me.
Yeah.
And I'll buy it tonight.
No. Hey, thanks, Sandy. We appreciate you.
Yes, thanks, Sandy.
Oh, she says she loves the 2021 book. Awesome. Good.
Fooled her.
He made it all up.
Yeah. Any questions on there?
So Tom says, Ryan took my concealed carry pick. I look very Asian-y. Tom, you are Asian.
Are you? Is he Asian?
Yes, he is.
Tom Cigars? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just fun. He's just being a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I heard there's a pill for that. A pill for being Asian-y.
Oh, I thought you meant for having a pain in the butt.
That too. There's a pill for that too. Okay, Greg says, not sure if you mentioned this before, but can you please clarify Florida's 1020 life law? Can you actually get 10 years for incorrectly displaying a firearm in self-defense? I actually have never really, I don't know about the Florida 1020 life law. I have heard of situations where people that have been convicted of aggravated battery with a firearm have gotten 20 years right off the hop. So I am not sure if it's like, for sure, first time is 10, for sure, second time is 20, and then life. Because I've heard of people, very first shot, getting 20 years for aggravated battery, which is basically brandishing with a gun and being very threatening with it.
Like that guy that had the road rage with you. Pulled out his gun.
Yeah.
Would that be?
Maybe. Probably pretty close.
Wow.
We called the police on that guy,
right.
And I got the guy's license plate and got his picture.
Yeah.
But the guy's license plate was from Georgia. And apparently he never got arrested. The cop said, like, this is going to be hard. He said if this dude lived in Brandon, he would just drive to his house and arrest him right there.
Okay.
Right?
But he's got a Georgia plate. Who knows where he's staying?
No idea where this dude's at. And then,
Yeah, but that guy was a punk. He was crazy. And he had like a 5-year-old kid sitting in the front seat with him, no seatbelt. And didn't he give you the finger, the little kid?
I think I embellished that for my video.
Oh, you embellished that. Okay.
Yeah.
But he just waved his gun around like super crazy, right on Highway 60. Super
it was crazy.
Wait a minute. So I heard Biden, so this is from Howard. I heard Biden is going ahead with the executive order against the Second Amendment.
Yeah, so he's said multiple times. I thought it was really funny in one of his speeches yesterday or today. He said, I'm not going to wait another minute, let alone another hour, to act on gun control. And I was like, oh, okay. So are you announcing your gun control thing now? And he didn't announce anything. I was like, I guess you are waiting a minute, you dumbass.
Kind of funny.
Has anybody, like, you guys have probably all seen this, right? But like Biden will answer a question from somebody and then he's like, okay, what do I do next? And they're like, okay, the president is done.
Looking for validation.
Like, it's not validation. It's like, hey, what do I do next? It's just hilarious to me because Trump was so much in charge. Trump's like, all right, I'm done. We're out.
And even if he wasn't, he would fake it. Like he's faking that he knows what he's doing. He's not going to.
But he was in charge.
What am I doing next? I know.
Whereas with Biden, Biden's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do next?
I know. Okay, so Jess says, is it legal to ship a gun like that for a private sale? Well, yes, but you're shipping it to an FFL dealer.
Hold on, that's not true. So, Jess, it is legal under federal law and Florida state law to ship a firearm to another Florida resident as long as both people are located in the state of Florida without an FFL transfer.
Sorry, an FFL transfer, though, I was talking about gun broker. If you're shipping out of state, then you're...
Let's finish one thought.
Okay.
So if you're shipping a gun to another person in Florida, it does not have to go through an FFL transfer.
Yeah.
It's only when it crosses state lines
Yes.
does it have to go through a gun dealer.
Yeah. So most people, I mean, chances are if you're going to sell it on Gun Broker, it'll be an out of state. So then you're just going to ship it straight to an FFL dealer. But if we're up here in Tampa and somebody in Miami wants to buy it, then you can do a what's it called? Private.
My personal opinion, though, is if I was shipping, let's say Kyle, right? Let's say Kyle moves down to Miami and I've got a gun. I'm like, Kyle, bro, you got to check this out. And I ship a gun to Kyle. I would do that because I know
you
Kyle.
know him, right?
But I would never ship a gun just to somebody's house, even if it's legal.
Yeah.
Unless I had a good relationship with that person.
Yeah, because you just don't know.
You just don't know.
Are they faking it? Did they get a fake ID off the internet to send you that? And it's some kid and now he's going to, so you just don't know. But shipping it to an FFL dealer, you're totally fine because they log it in their book. They do the background check and the 4473 on the person that picks it up. And that person knows that they're going to pay that transfer fee. So anybody that buys on Gun Broker knows that that's the drill anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay, Marcellian, no, how do you say it? Marcellino?
I don't know, but anyway.
Okay. Puerto Rico does not recognize the concealed carry permit in Florida. He lives in Puerto Rico. I wish I lived in Puerto Rico because apparently the tax rates are lower there. Okay. But you can get a Florida permit, which is awesome. Yeah, we've actually had quite a few business people from Puerto Rico fly up here to take my class. And I guess what one of them was saying is that he flies up here to do business a couple times a month and just thought it would be convenient to have his Florida permit. So I think that's cool. Listen, man, I know Puerto Rico is one of those places, the territory, where their goal is to make it really complicated for the local residents to get a permit. So if you come to Florida and you want to be able to carry a gun here, you might as well do it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. So Facebook user, Miss Tiffany, I sent you a message. Could you please read it? I don't know who you are. So
you narrowed it down a lot.
Remember, if you're commenting from Facebook, all it shows us is Facebook user. So you got to do the thing that, those grandmas do on Facebook. They sign off. They don't realize their name is there. So you have to write your question and then put your name and then we know who you are.
Yeah.
So remember that when you're entering to win. Okay, wait. M101C says, I just took your class and I'm coming up next week for the live fire. Awesome. Make sure you let Ryan know that you watched the live stream. And I'm wondering if this will impact me getting my license. No, they haven't passed anything yet. That bill just got submitted, but it has to go through several levels.
Yeah, nothing's passed yet.
So now's the time.
You'll know about it.
Now's the time. If you don't have your permit, now's the time to get it because they're trying to make it a lot harder, a lot more expensive. So, I mean, if you don't have your permit yet, stop waiting and just get it done.
Yeah.
And, people...
And once you take the class, you got to submit the paperwork.
Yeah, and some people are saying, well, what if, constitutional carry passes or something? What people don't understand about constitutional carry is most people will still go ahead and get your permit because if you want to carry in any of the other states, what is it, like 38 other states that it's reciprocal in, you need to have your permit. So... most people get their
constitutional
permit anyway.
carry only allows you to carry in the state you're a resident of, but it does not grant you any reciprocity when you go to another state.
So don't wait, get your permit.
Yeah.
Is basically what we're saying because it's an easy process now. It may get much more difficult.
Okay, so Jay Chambers says, is it legal to ship directly to Palmetto State Armory without an FFL? So we are always allowed to ship a firearm to a gunsmith or to the manufacturer for repair.
Yeah.
And then that manufacturer or gunsmith is allowed to ship the firearm directly back to your home because it's already a gun that you own and you possess. So you don't have to go through that FFL background check when you're getting a gunsmithing gun worked on.
Yeah. And PSA, without an FFL. I was going to say they are an FFL, but I see what you're saying. Personally.
Right. And there's also a little loophole that a lot of people don't understand. So let's say, Jay lives up in Ohio and I want to ship Jay a gun. It has to be shipped to a FFL dealer in Ohio. Mm-hmm. The common thing that most people perceive is I have to bring my gun to a FFL in Florida.
Yeah, FFL has to ship to an FFL.
has to ship it to the FFL in Ohio.
Right.
That is not accurate.
Right.
So you are allowed to ship the firearm directly to the FFL in Ohio and save yourself the transfer fee on the front end.
But when you do that, you do need to submit a copy of your driver's license inside the box because the FFL needs to sign that firearm into their books with your name and address from your driver's license.
Yeah.
So you would just simply put, I'm shipping this to so-and-so with a phone number, and here's my information. Yeah.
Okay, so Florida something, woodworker, says, what is your favorite flavor crayon? How did you know?
I'm going to say grape, purple.
Grape?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. Do crayons taste like grape? I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
But if I was to eat a crayon, I would eat the purple one. That's what I'm telling you right now. What color would you eat? You have to eat one.
I wouldn't eat a crayon.
If you had to.
If I had
Just
to,
answer the question. If
would-
you had to eat a crayon.
I would eat a red crayon.
A red crayon. Red's your favorite color.
So that way when my stomach started bleeding, I couldn't tell whether it was blood or the crayon.
Oh, come on. Our kids have all eaten crayon.
No, did you see what happened when we were on the phone earlier?
No.
So Lincoln
yeah,
walks into
I
the
did.
house. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's covered in like white foam or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, what's on you? And he said, Jackson sprayed me with a chemical. So I go outside and Jax had the wasp spray
Yeah, that's dangerous.
and
If you
sprayed
got
it all
in
over
his
Lincoln.
eyes, yeah.
So he got in a tremendous amount of trouble.
Yeah.
I said, like, what are you thinking? But again, boys just doing dumb stuff when mom and dad are on an important phone call.
Man, craziness. Okay, so here's a good one for you.
Okay.
Could you also discuss how gun exports work?
Yeah, gun exports are not easy. So
Yeah.
we had a young man come into our gun store that his family was in Canada and grandfather passed away and like had a big gun collection or whatever. And he had inherited it, but he lived here in Florida. And he said, like, I want you to import those guns. And I said, okay, what kind of guns are they? And he like said it was a Glock 19 and just like some run-of-the-mill basic stuff.
Right.
And I said, here's the deal, man. For us to import those guns, you're going to spend $1,500 per
Mhm.
gun.
Mhm.
You might as well just go buy a Glock 19 at Shoot Straight
Yeah.
or whatever. But importing it is just not going to make much sense.
Right.
You've got to import a lot of stuff. It is very complicated. We tried to sell a bunch of guns to who?
No,
What country?
somebody wanted them shipped to like Turkey or something. Remember those two guys that
Yeah.
came in that were just down the road and they wanted to ship like 3 handguns?
Yeah, we had a
to-
company contacted us and they wanted to buy like 500
Oh,
CZ75s.
yeah, that company too. Anyway, we looked
it's very
into it
complicated.
and it's very, very complicated. And unless you got a lot of money, a lot of time,
And a deep understanding of how it works.
yeah,
That is not a game you
I
want to get
say
in.
don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's different if, you got a ton of money and somebody has, a very, very expensive, what's it called? Like
But see
rare firearm.
What
Like,
sucks though too is anytime you import that firearm, you then have to put an importation mark.
right.
So you've got this
That rare firearm.
You've got this super rare. Let's say it's the second Luger ever made, right? Which is millions of dollars. And now I have to engrave on the side of it Lincoln Tactical,
Yeah.
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. 'cause you
Like, do
gotta
we
put
really
the-
want to do that?
Yeah, no, that totally just ruined it.
Yeah.
So hang on here. So Bruce says he got my belt and love it. He got the
Awesome.
4 Essentials belt.
Cool.
I'm amazed at how much better, exactly how much better carrying is with it. Ryan, the same thing happened to him when he got his because he was just carrying with like a regular,
Like
Kinda-
belt from Ross or something.
like a leather belt that Tiff bought for $10 at Ross. That's totally what it was. And we didn't really realize how much of a difference
Yeah.
a
big difference.
A real gun belt does when carrying. It just holds that firearm up in its place. It holds it close to your
Stiff.
body, stiff, just the way she likes it. That was so bad, but it just came out. I didn't even try. Anyway, so yes, those belts are cool, and that's a core essential belts for those of you that don't know. Let me see here. Ryan on
my way to Tampa to sell it
sell
to
it
me.
to you. Oh gosh, stay away, please.
Make it happen. You know what I
Listen,
just forgot?
don't-
Remember that one dude who said he was going to let me borrow his gun for some videos? I told him like 4 times I was going to email him. I never emailed him. Did he email us?
Isn't that Michael?
Michael something.
Yeah, well, I talk to him all the time. I mean, I see him all the time.
Okay, figure it out. Get it squared away from me because I'm obviously keep forgetting.
Well, you always forget. I'm tired of holding your affairs in order. I was just going to
that's
tell
kind
this
of your
guy.
job as a woman.
I was going to tell this guy, that's fine if you're coming to see us. Don't show up at our house.
Yeah, so here's what happened. You know, last week, I probably had 20 different encounters of people that are fans of the show that saw me out in public, saw me in traffic, saw me walking through a parking lot or whatever, or at a gun store. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you want to come up and say hi to me, introduce yourself, that's great. What it is not okay for you to do is to track down the address of where I live, pull up on my lawn, park your car on my lawn, and think we're going to have a casual conversation.
Well, so here's the thing. I was, everyone knows that we're getting ready to move. So I was doing some moving stuff in the house, got my hair up or whatever, and I'm working and putting stuff in the trash can. And then somebody just pulls up on my yard and I'm like, oh, because I've been selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, random things that I find in the garage. I'm like, take a picture, post it, get rid of it, right? So this guy pulls up and I'm thinking, oh, crap. So he gets out. First thing I said is, what did I sell you on Facebook that I totally forgot about, right? Because I'll go get it out of the garage. Yeah. And then he says, like, no, that's not it. And I said, oh, and he said, I'm a fan of the show. And I said, oh, okay. And then my eyeballs kind of went like, because now I'm caught off guard.
Because now you're thinking, so what? So you're a fan of the show. So what? Are you are you supposed to be meeting Ryan? Or
right. And I know because Ryan's filming right now. Ryan's in the studio. I know he's not expecting anybody. He's filming a course. And when he's filming, I stay away from him, right? Because I don't want to mess up his filming. So then I said, okay. And he said, I tried catching him at the Brandon office. I tried looking for his phone number online and I couldn't find it. So I tracked you guys down, I guess through, whatever records. And he just showed up. And I said, I feel kind of bad. I don't know. I was kind of.
You guys tell me in the comments if you think that's appropriate.
I was kind of a B because I was like, so you tracked us down and showed up at my house? No, I'm not a big person. I'm like 5'3", 130 pounds. And I just got really caught off guard. And I was not expecting that to happen. And this is the thing, like Ryan says, when a cop pulls you over, he's like, keep your hands on the wheel because they don't know you. They don't know if you're a bad guy or not, right? They don't know you from a hole in the ground. But because you're a good guy, you think that everybody knows and recognizes you as a good guy. But I don't know who this guy is. I know nothing about him. He could be a bad guy. He could be a good guy. I don't know. So it freaked me out. So I repeated myself like 6 times. I was like, so you tracked us down and just showed up at my house? My kids play outside. I will say, I was thrown off for a few hours. I was really like...
Yeah, because, we got a death threat a couple months ago. Guy said he was going to murder me and my family, and then some random dude just freaking shows up. It was just very weird.
It turns out, he's a nice guy, and...
He's a nice person. However, you're still not 100% there if you're just going to show up at somebody's house.
Well, I don't know if people know... Maybe they just don't understand that that's not like something
but that's when you're not 100% there.
Yeah.
Because a person with common sense is like when we were at the Mexican restaurant today, I didn't tell you this. A guy was coming. Remember when you were filming me, like right when they brought the spicy salsa?
Yeah.
So a guy was walking up to say hi to me. He was eyeballing me a couple times. Like you can tell the look, right?
Right.
So he noticed me as soon as I walked in, and then he was walking up. But then you started the camera, and the guy just walked away.
Too bad. I wish you would have just...
So again, like you're coming up in it's totally okay to interrupt me at a restaurant. Showing up at my house is something a little bit different.
Yeah, so I don't know if I was overreacting. Sorry. I don't know if I was overreacting or not. I'm going to read these comments later because I felt kind of bad after, after everything happened and he left. I was pretty rude, and I'm not a rude person at all. But I was super stressed out and I was very caught. And now, thank God, Ryan came out of the studio, like right when I was like, Ryan's filming, like, sorry. And then Ryan came out and I was able to duck out. because I was pretty stressed. And I will say this too. This guy was a big dude.
Yeah, so Left Def says, just put a big sign that says, Ryan and Tiffany moved to this address. I actually sent a email to my attorney that same day, and I said, Brent, I don't care what we got to do, man. If we got to put my house in a trust, whatever, but I need my information my address off the internet. So he's working on it, but because it'll only get worse as we get more and more popular. And let's just face it, Tiffany, let's just be very honest. Eventually, women are going to be banging on the door, knocking.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Ryan.
It's going to happen.
So Tom Cigars says the guy's intentions might have been cool, but he still has stalking behaviors. I agree. Yeah. And that's why I felt bad because, I understand. And thank you. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy that you're I'm so happy that you think that Ryan and I are interesting enough to actually, want to meet us. That's a great honor to us. We are just two total idiots that, are just very thankful and humbled to be here. But it scared the crap out of me. I got to be honest. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, it was weird.
So somebody else said, you got to step up your security game. Yeah, but, during the day like that, me just taking out the trash, I don't know if security would have really helped.
Yeah, no,
would have really helped
much,
So,
but
anyway.
This is why, when Warren Buffett goes to eat at his favorite restaurant in Omaha, Nebraska, they actually built a room with a table just for Warren Buffett. So locked door and all that stuff where it's only for him. Because he's tired of people coming and approaching him. So I get it. You guys are welcome to approach me.
Yes. So somebody else said it's totally, Tom Cigars, totally okay to say to you in public only. I agree. In public, that's why we're there. Ryan's out and about the neighborhood always.
Ray says you're popular. This is how bad it is, Ray. I had an attitude a year ago, a couple months ago, whatever, had an attitude, and Paisley comes up to Tiff and she goes, I think Dad's getting too famous. He thinks he's full of himself. I'm like, I'm just having a bad day, kid.
Oh, Ross says my wife can find you, or you guys, wait, where did it go? My wife can find you by calling local churches. Jay Chambers says that. I actually don't think that the new church that we're going to, they really don't know.
Yeah, they don't know us.
They don't really know us there. Our old church certainly did. But the new one of the kids' teachers was like, you're Ryan G. Oh my gosh. I feel like celebrities in my church, but otherwise, nobody really knows us there, so it's really low key. And I mean, come on, we're not famous. This is not. But I will say this: we had an issue building our house, and they had to go to the manager. And then when the manager called, he says, my phone popped up as Tampa Carey. He says, oh gosh, I took your classes. We watch your show. So it was kind of funny. I told Ryan, when you're out in public, you got to behave yourself.
Man, I got to start driving a lot better.
People know you now. So anyway, let's go on to the next question here.
All right. Josue says, what would you do if someone confronts you and you are carrying a concealed weapon?
You know what? That's actually a really good question.
Okay, but I feel like it's not a full question. So what do you?
Well, I think oh, okay. Because it could mean they noticed you were carrying a gun.
No.
Maybe he meant it that way.
So I got confronted on Saturday. I'm teaching my class in my Brandon location. And for some ridiculous reason, this business, which is at the other side of the plaza, decides to set up bouncy houses and big loudspeakers and point them right at my front door. Yeah. So as I'm teaching, I got 10 or 12 people in the room. I've got hip hop music blaring. So I can't do anything, right? Because I got all my people there. But during the transition from one group to the next, I walk out there and there's a lady with a clipboard and I said, ma'am, are you in charge? And she just blew me off. So I walked up to the DJ and I said, you got to turn this down. And the DJ said, you're yelling. I said, yeah, I'm yelling because you're blaring music in my ear. Turn it down. So anyway, as I'm walking to go talk to the actual owner, once I figured it out, the DJ's following me and it's a little woman. And she's like, I'll knock the shit out of you. And I just said,
okay, but that was a tiny little woman. What if that was a 250-pound man?
Nothing would have changed. My response was, are you threatening me? And she's like, yeah, I'm threatening you. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I just walked into the business and I did my normal thing. I said to the business owner, I said, listen, this is extremely disrespectful.
Yeah.
I have students here for the next 45 minutes. an hour from now, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
But I need you to be quiet while I got students here.
Right.
So anyway, that person's confronting me, wants to fight me in the middle of the parking lot, and I just ignored him. You know, if it escalates, you just got to use reason. Try to get out of there if you can, which is always easier said than done. What?
Tom Cigar says local celebrity pushes small lady.
Yeah. Pushes small lady down the stairs.
Yeah, look at that.
Tiffany, don't freaking tell people that I'm hurting you.
Let me tell you, I don't know. Did you post that video?
Yeah, I posted it.
Some of you may have seen it, but the other day, what day was it? Was it
Like
Thursday?
Friday.
So Friday, I'm going to pick up my daughter from school, okay? I'm carrying juice boxes because we're going to go look at the new house. I got my keys, and I'm like, oh, the trash can is filled with stuff. So it's the big rolling one. With one hand, I go like this. I'm pushing it. The lid catches on the ground. I stumble. I fall into the trash can.
Into the trash can.
I smack my head to get a big, huge bump. Got a massive bruise here. Got a massive bruise on my knee and almost knocked myself out. So I was like seeing stars where you don't know what's happening. I was aware, but I didn't understand.
So, like, allegedly, my boys had to pull her out of the trash can.
Lincoln and Jax had to get me out. I started crying because I didn't understand what happened. I was so sore. My neck was like, I felt like I scrunched my head. This is all just taking the trash to the road. See?
Yeah.
I can't be left alone. I told Ryan we need to get a life alert.
Yeah.
Because this is like the third time I've fallen in the last like year and a half where it's been like a really, really bad fall. And I'm only 41.
Mom fell in the trash can again.
They did. So they had to get me to the couch.
I said, how hilarious would it have been for me to pull up like I'm coming home and Tiffany's laying in the road.
All you
like,
see is legs.
Just her legs in the...
out of the trash can. So Ryan had to race from the range and go pick up my daughter at school because I said, I can't get off the couch. Like, I didn't even know. I was like, do I go to the hospital?
So now she's threatening me. She's like, I'm going to take pictures of all these bruises on her arms, her stomach, and her leg, and I'm going to tell people that you're abusing me.
I didn't say any of that stuff. I said I was going to store the pictures just in case you want to go for that LaQuisha,
Tiffany.
Sylvania girl that he's talking about, just in case, right? So, yeah, local celebrity hopped onto someone digging into the trash cans. Exactly. Filmed at 11. We got lots of dirt on Ryan. So, anyway, do your next. Wait, what's this? Not trying to be rude, but Google search. What? Okay, no, not gonna Google that one.
Yeah, we're not Googling that there, buddy.
Caught me off guard there. Not cool, Tiffany. I'm teasing with him. I would never do that. I was just messing with him.
Yeah. And again, Tiffany, the reason my tooth is chipped is because Tiffany did smash me in the face with a wicker basket.
Zero proof. You have nothing on video. And if it's not on video, it did not happen.
Okay. Says Joe Biden after he smells people's hairs. Casper, what do you think about open carrying an antique firearm in Florida? We saw a lot of antique guns today. I would never trust my life to an antique gun. Like, why would I do that?
So is that because you can carry an antique gun without having a permit, or you can open carry it?
Antique firearm is not a firearm.
So you can open carry.
It's not a gun. You can probably do whatever the hell you want. Again, it's just my opinion, but...
So like the broom handle that we had, we could open carry that?
A broom handle, no, because broom handles were made in like the early 1900s. So an antique gun first has to be made before like 1896. Also has to be on the ATF's database of what is considered an antique, and it cannot be a machine gun. Okay. So, like some of those 1800s revolvers that we saw today at the gun store.
You can carry that.
You can carry that because it's not a gun. Because modern ammunition, you can't even fire modern ammunition out of that gun without the gun exploding and killing everybody. So if you
could find, though, like antique... So
do you really want
to listen. No, I'm just playing like devil's advocate here. Okay. I'm just asking the questions. So I did not know that you could carry an antique firearm. That's all without any kind of anything.
Yeah. Cause it's not a gun anymore.
Okay. So that's the same as black powder. Is that what I'm guessing?
As long as it was manufactured before 1986 or 89, whatever the hell that year is. But can you imagine somebody comes up to rob you and you're like, hold on, man. And the guy's like, what are we waiting on? Just give me a minute, bro.
Okay, here's a good question. Can you carry an 80% Glock?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's legal to make your own firearm, at least at the moment. I think the problem, Jay, that's always going to come up when you're carrying a 80%er that doesn't have a serial number is I bet you 99% of police officers do not know that it is legal to have a firearm without a serial number.
99.9.
I was watching Pawn Stars last night, and a guy came in with a gun, an old Colt or something like that from the 1800s, and it was old Smith & Wesson. And the guy, I don't know his name. Rick, is that his name? Rick, the main guy.
I don't know because I don't watch it. You watch it.
So he said, this gun doesn't have a serial number. I can't buy a gun without a serial number. Serial numbers were not required by law until 1968 in America. So lots of guns don't have serial numbers. But most cops don't know that. So I think that would be the only big challenge.
I have to agree with that 100%. H203 Trucking, yes, we carry our book. But we don't have a storefront. Ryan's only there when he's teaching classes.
But you can go to Bunker Depot off of Parsons.
And Universal Jewelry, Gun and Pawn also carry our books in stock. So it's $20, same as everywhere else. So somebody said, wicker basket, not cool, or something like that. Let me see what they said. So none of this happened, but hypothetically.
It did happen.
Hypothetically, if it was to happen,
So first of all, this happened.
Just wait. You know that Ryan would have deserved it, and I'm sure that he can attest to that. Even
I did not deserve it
because
this was husband abuse.
No. I am a very soft-spoken, lovely, kind.
Says the woman that physically abused me.
Person,
Okay.
and I do not get rattled very often. But
this was during the 2016 presidential election. There was
allegedly
lots of talk in my house about Hillary Clinton and what I think about her.
Allegedly.
Tiffany and I are fighting about something.
Allegedly.
And as she's talking, I just said, you know what? You're just like Hillary.
No. Don't sugarcoat this, baby. He's sugarcoating it. This is what he said. You're just effing like Hillary Clinton. You just keep talking and talking and talking. Allegedly.
There's a lot of detail here for something that allegedly happened.
And I allegedly?
Without even hesitating.
Without thinking. And what's sad allegedly.
What's sad is I had to go to class the next day. So imagine having like 80 people, 100 people on a Saturday, and I have to have my lip all busted up, my face is all bloody, my tooth is freaking jacked.
This is the thing. Sometimes you don't know your own strength. And allegedly happened pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then there was just blood everywhere. Allegedly.
Jeffrey Epstein allegedly killed himself.
See? You get me, Danny. You get me. Exactly. OMG, Ryan, you said she was like Hillary. Thank you, Deputy Dog. This is the thing. It was the most hated person in Ryan's world at that time. He
still at this moment.
Yeah, thinking she's the scum of the earth. And then he has the audacity to call the mother of his children.
Allegedly the mother of my children.
That name. So yeah, that made me boil because it was like, when you get into fights like Ryan and I, Tiff smash. Exactly. Like this is a hard thing that Ryan and I, it just happened last week. Again, we have a hard time just like everybody else does. When you get mad at each other, instinct is to go for the throat, to go for the kill. You just try to think of what is going to hurt them the most. And sometimes you just say it and then you're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that. So anyway, that was that moment when Ryan knew. Yeah, Tiff, you need anger management a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably me that needs anger management.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So good thing it wasn't.
Okay, Tom Cigar says basically Ryan called her the C word.
Thank you.
Her reaction was probably worse than that.
What?
If I would have called you the C word, it would probably.
Oh no, I don't even think I would. Yeah, if you would have called me the C word, I would have pulled what the same as when you called me just once or twice the B word. Because I will tell you, Ryan's really respectful, and you don't really we don't get nasty name calling because
Not name calling.
No, because I right away say like, boy, you will not call me that. Like I am your wife, and you will respect me. You will honor me like Christ honors the church, young man. So I will pull that out on him, but he's pretty good. But
so what?
That was a bad word to call.
Steven says alpha female maybe. You know what? You're very right. When Tiffany and I don't know if it was when we were still dating or maybe when we first got married, but I finally had to sit her down one time and I had to say to her, Tiffany, I am in charge.
But Ryan, let me just ask you though, over the last 17 years, I pretty much I let you do the
right.
You're the man.
Right.
I don't want to be the man because I don't want all the stress. But sometimes, let's be honest, the woman is the neck, the man is the head. Let's be honest. Sometimes we all know that the neck turns the head, and sometimes the neck needs to speak up and help you see things from a different perspective because you don't always see things from a different perspective.
I agree. Which is why sometimes I type a text message and then I'm like, maybe I should let Tiffany read this first.
Yeah. So marriage counseling. Ryan and I have done marriage counseling, and it is confirmed. The marriage counselor looked at Ryan and said,
she's right.
It's your fault.
I was like, okay, that's fine.
Because I'm actually a pretty reasonably calm person. But, yeah, thanks to Bobbitt. Exactly. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go that far.
No.
Okay. Anyway, next question, Sweet Pea.
Okay, Macho Man, what is your favorite horror movies?
I saw that question. I thought I had to ask it.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
I like the Walking Dead series. I think that's pretty dope. Until the newer stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bored of it now.
Once they got rid of Rick and stuff, it's like,
yeah, I'm not really interested anymore.
I know. I waited for the new series to come out, and there's 3 episodes sitting there that I haven't watched.
Yeah.
And you know how crazy I am.
Interested.
Yeah, but you watch, what's the other ones that are,
Yeah, like Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. I like those, especially the newer remakes. I think those are always fun to watch.
Those are a little rough for me.
Yeah, Tiffany gets...
Oh, thank you so much, TJ.
Yeah, thanks, TJ. Tiffany gets really scared. Like, stuff really does bother her, whereas me, I know it's a movie and I don't care. I move on, right? And I know, I will wreck you. I will wreck you. Freaking Chucky. Come on, Chucky.
Oh, I can't watch that.
I will freaking wreck you, no. Chucky.
I won't watch Chucky. I won't watch Children of the Corn. I won't watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I watched Signs the other day. You remember Signs?
Yeah, that's not too bad though. That was good. I liked It. It was a really good movie. Stephen King.
You know what is funny? Nobody ever makes these horror movies with a real deal concealed carry permit holder. It comes out and it's like, bam, bam.
That's true. I guess you just shoot the clown.
Smokes you, fool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Poor Tiffany. She has an exiting life with Ryan around. LOL.
Exciting.
Oh,
life.
exciting. I guess he was saying. Yes. You know what? We have don't feel bad for Tiff. I don't like horror movies either. See, there you go. I'm not the only one. But for some reason though, Michelle, I got sucked in. I would never watch anything, even zombies or anything, but I got sucked in 8 years ago, cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Ryan went to Redbox, got The Walking Dead, watched a whole bunch of series, and I'm cooking, watching it, and I got hooked. And I've watched the series now twice over. And now how many times am I find a zombie movie? Hey,
yeah, now
is there any good zombie movies out?
And every Thanksgiving, our tradition is to watch zombie movies.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is kind of crazy. Can't kill it with bullets, though. No, you can't. I don't remember because it's been so long. Let me ask you this. Man, we're running out of time. Has anybody watched The Stand? It's an old one, probably 1980s, right? I tried to get Ryan to watch it. It's my all-time favorite movie with Mother Abigail. My all-time favorite. And I tried to get Ryan to watch it, last year?
Yeah.
And he stopped halfway through. Just gave up, walked away. Just walked away. Pissed me off. Can't believe he didn't watch it. I need to know if anybody's watched it. The Stand is new run. They have a new one?
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a really good one. Great flick. See? Good movie. Ryan missed it. Okay, next question.
I don't have any more questions.
Oh, you don't have any more?
It.
Okay. The Stand is great. See?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime. I think I might have bought it. So, okay, we'll find some things. I'm going to do, you know what? Let's while I'm looking for questions, let's start getting comments in for.
Okay, so before,
Oh, what?
do the comments on the book, and then I'll say what I was going to say.
Okay, yeah, because then we'll let the comments roll, and we'll talk a little more. So go ahead and comment book. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in there because we're going to still talk while we start collecting. So just write book if you want to win a copy of Ryan's newest 2021 book. And please, if you're on Facebook, make sure that you comment with your name if you didn't click the Restream link. I see Mary Atkins on there. Hang on, replying to the, so Mary is, so go ahead and comment book. Mary is the new admin on the concealed carry for women group. So if you're a woman and you're watching and you haven't gone to that group yet, just type in the bar concealed carry for women.
In Facebook.
Yeah, in Facebook, concealed carry for women, and go ahead and sign up because it's a great group, obviously, for women. But sometimes the men, I mean, they just don't get it. They're asking, women are asking questions about like, how do you hide, when you're busty, or
and if
when
a woman needs to post a picture or something, you don't always want a bunch of men looking at it or whatever.
Every time a woman posts a picture in the Florida concealed carry group, the men are like, oh, I didn't even notice the gun. Oh, my eyes were, up top or whatever. It's like,
idiots.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a little bit easier for the women to post in there. So go ahead and do that. And Mary's a new admin. So
yes.
I'm super
Thank you, Mary.
excited
We
to
appreciate
have her
you.
on board. Her husband took his class with you. So
awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to look for, go ahead.
Okay. So today, the trial started for the guy that killed.
Are you kidding me, Tom Cigars?
Walking Dead spoiler, everyone dies.
If that's true, I will find out where you live. I will call that guy that found out where we lived, and I will
figure out how he did it.
I will tell him, find Tom Cigars. Oh, better not have ruined it for me, Tom Cigars.
So the trial started today for the cop that was kneeling on the neck of George Floyd. What do you think's going to happen with this trial?
Dude, I don't know. He's going to get something.
You think?
Yes, I don't know if he'll get convicted of, manslaughter or.
No, it's not a manslaughter case. This is This is like murder.
Okay.
Second-degree murder.
Okay. He might get off then because I don't think they should have went for second-degree murder. They should have went for manslaughter.
The manslaughter, I think they could have got. Yeah. I don't think there's a chance in hell for them to get a murder conviction.
I agree. Because of all the new stuff and because of the fentanyl in his system and stuff. I mean, we all know that he, yes, he couldn't breathe, but it was because of the fentanyl overdose. So I'm going to say they really overstretched by going for a second-degree murder charge. They really should have went for manslaughter because they probably would have won that.
Yeah.
But with a second degree, I think it's going to be really hard to convict them with the new, with all the body cam evidence and stuff that they have on him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for them to have a non-biased jury. I think the jury is going to be swayed significantly. And I think, and this is the hard part about a jury, right? Is that the facts show that, in my opinion, this was not murder because George Floyd was saying he couldn't breathe before the cops even had him on the ground. He was saying he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, and they, this is the thing. I understand because we dealt with lots of people that, I can't breathe. And they're like, yeah, we heard that before kind of thing, right? Like you're just trying to get out of something. Now, did he cross the line? Yes. Did he have to be so aggressive? No, he didn't. So he definitely has some wrongdoings, but not a second-degree murder wrongdoing. So if Casey Anthony can freaking murder her kid and get off by, reasonable doubt, then how, like
that was a pretty cut and dry case.
That's cut and dry. I mean,
but it just goes to show you the jury can be swayed any way at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, pick a winner.
So anyway,
that's my shirt.
Super crazy. Yeah, wait, show everybody.
I just did.
Okay, so you can get the t-shirts on our website. So it says the sheepdog should never concern himself with the opinion of the sheep.
Hear that, California?
That is very good. So the t-shirts are on our website for $18, and we have them all the way from size small up through 3XL in black, gray, and navy blue. Okay, so our book went, thank you very much, Byron. Sorry, we messed up your name. Thanks for all you do. It makes a difference. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to go with, let me see here. We are going to go with Robin's Nest. So,
Robin's Nest.
Robin's Nest. You just won a copy of Ryan's book, and I'm going to pick one more winner here.
Angel, what's up? I saw you on here, man.
Oh, Angel from Gainesville or Ocala?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Perez. Hey, Angel. You know what? I saw a post he posted somewhere, and he said, you're not concealed carrying anymore? To you? I think he might have posted it in the group.
Somebody saw that. Somebody asked me.
So you must have said something to make people
I carry
think
all the time.
that. Ryan carries all the time.
No, here was the point. When I went and bought that gun in Lakeland and I said I had to go back after the background check was done, people posted and said, you don't have your carry permit. Yeah, I got my permit.
We had to get back for the kids and the background check was taking too long. So we're like, we'll just
The background check basically took like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in waiting around a gun store for 3 hours. Only so much you can handle.
Yeah, and we had already been there for an hour and a half. So it's like, let's get out of here. Plus we had to get back for the kids. So, okay. So the other winner of this book is going to be Lifan Death. Lifan, DETH. So send an email. Are you putting the thing on there? Nope. Okay, both of you send an email to winner@tampacarry.com. So what I was going to say earlier is, I'm drinking my latte, but now it's like super like cold. So it's like cold, warmish milk. Ugh, made me want to puke.
Okay, stop drinking it then.
Well, I'm talking so much, I need a drink. Okay, we're going to give away an Olight flashlight now. I don't know. Is it a keychain one? I don't know. It's a flashlight. It's an Olight flashlight.
Yeah.
So if you want to win that, just go ahead and comment Olight, and we will let the comments run for a minute. So we're about out of time. If you guys have not signed up yet, so 2 things that we need you to do. When we go live, and Ryan's been going live randomly too.
Almost every day on
lately.
Facebook.
But when we go live, if you want to receive an email, just go to tampacarrylive.com. So tampacarrylive.com, Ryan will put it up there. And there's 2 things you can do there. You can submit your email to be notified when we go live, but then also right underneath that, you can submit a question. So if you have a question for us, doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't even have to be gun related. Somebody wanted to know our favorite horror movies. Ryan and I really are an open book. So whatever you want to ask us, go ahead. We're pretty open. So you can do that there, and you can also sign up to get an email when we go live. Okay, I'm gonna pick a Olight winner. We are gonna go.
This is it.
This is it. Do you have like a drum thing?
Nope.
Or anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
You don't got nothing? Okay, we are gonna go with.
Pick that person.
No, because they've already won something, Ryan, and I remember names like Tell people.
Like Hillary Clinton. Like all the people Hillary Clinton has murdered.
Wow. You think you're funny? You're not funny.
I think I'm pretty funny.
I remember names, so I know who's won already. Okay, I'm going to do this with the mouse.
I didn't move the screen at all.
Okay. Yeah, it did. It did okay. So we are going to go with Matthew Kitchens. Matthew Kitchens. You just won the light. Send me an email to class or winner@tampacarry.com. All right, guys. That was it for tonight's show. We hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, we're posting the 2nd episode of Guns and Tacos Saturday night at 6 p.m. You got to watch it. It is really good. I will guarantee you this. You will see a gun
that you have never seen before.
You will see a gun on that episode. I will guarantee you that you have never seen before unless you work at this gun shop. Then you've seen it before. Right? But I mean, it's cool.
It was crazy.
And you will see our review of the taco Mexican restaurant.
Which was horrible. So never eat at this restaurant.
You definitely want to know where not to go.
Don't ever go here.
Even my kids. So poor Jax goes.
He goes, can we go to McDonald's?
Can we go to McDonald's? All I've had is lemonade. And then we go to score it, and Paisley's like, I give it a 3. They brought me a drink. What did she say?
They had chips.
And I liked the music. So anyway, thanks a lot,
guys. We appreciate you.
Thank you to everybody who gave. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.
Be safe.